años. Años sin historia. La puta madre. O sea, hicimos de todo, ¿eh? Torneo de caballeros, combates, borrachos. En fin, de todo. Cine, la verdad. Conseguimos una espada espectacular. Armaduras. Se hizo todo. Hice una estatua. Todo. Ya me quedé sin cosas por hacer, así que vamos a darle. Normal, me contrataron para resolver este asesinato y no estoy haciendo nada. En fin. En fin, esta gente me va a denunciar al gremio de brujos. A ver si se escucha todo correcto. Si va todo bien, se ve todo bien. Y le damos nomás del tirón. Que tengo ganitas ya de arrancar con esto. A ver, todo en orden. Parecía que sí. Bien, tenemos que ir. Misión principal. Pasar el trance. Reúnete con Regis en el cementerio de Mary Leches. Ok. Leches. Perfecto, vamos para allá nomás. Pues ya no nos queda nada, nos queda jugar al buen y al buen no jugamos de momento. Así que perfecto. Vamos para allá. 200 metros. Ok. Ok. Ok, ok, ok. Tenemos que ir para allá a reunirnos con el vampiro este supremo que había por esa zona. Porque nos iba a explicar por qué el chabón este otro vampiro supremo, estaba matando gente. ¿Cuál era la razón? Porque no era un asesino que mataba porque sí, así que vamos a ver ahora. No era un asesino que mataba. Vamos para allá. Todo correcto, no vamos. Cabeciño. Tenemos todos nuestros bufitos, tenemos todo. Al vampiro ese lo agarro y le parto la cabeza. Lo reviento al vampiro ese. O sea, no se lo va a esperar, va a decir, pero este es el que luché hace una semana, hace 14 días. Este es un animal, imparable. Pues sí, lo soy. Vámonos. Ahora sí necesitamos más... ¿Cómo estamos llegando? Necesitamos más puntitos de habilidad,
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Un lugar lleno de ghouls, elegiste, ¿no? En fin. Plantas también diabólicas. ¿Algo más hay acá? Ah, que las plantas y el ghoul están aliados. Son team. Son team. Mierda, siempre caigo en la trampa. La trampa de mierda. Ubita. Ubita. Ojo. Ah, podemos leer todas las tumbas. Tiempo me sobra, pero no me apetece, la verdad, hoy. Bien. Hay más cosas dando vuelta por acá, cuidado. Centro de ghoul, bien, perfecto. Vamos por acá. Bien, acá sería. Bueno, hay de todo por acá, loco.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here.
Ok. La cueva. La cuevits. Acá. Esto de acá. Para abajo, ¿no? De una, con 2 huevos, ¿no? Hola, buena tarde. Sí, Kikimora sobra en este mapa. Me parece que hay demasiadas Kikimora para lo que me gustan las Kikimora. Mierda, bueno, no, tranquila. Se va, Esta Kikimora de mierda.
Kikimora eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash.
Bien. Aquí hay gente muerta. Vamos a investigarlo este o tiene algo especial en el cuerpo. A ver. Ahí.
Bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave.
Ok. Bien, acá hay más huevingos. Así lo hago rápido. Ahí.
That's some stench.
Estuve por usar una granada que me sobran, ¿eh?
Hang your head from my saddle.
¿Una obrera?
Damn it.
¡Oh, hijo! Me dio... Bien, fuera. Pues duro este espacito, ¿eh? Porque nos estamos dando con medio mundo, loco. Hay algo más acá, ¿eh? Algo está haciendo ruidos terribles, ¿eh? Mira por acá. Así, toma. Claro. Medic 1. Mil de EQ. Hola, buenas tardes.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
Sí, eso era obvio.
Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Detlef wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Ok.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
¿Qué traje?
Wherever did you get that?
Off
No lo
one
sé.
of the beast's victims, found by a
Ah, la
bend in
mano.
the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
Sí. Venía por la mano la mía esa. Ojo. Urruciño. ¿Y crack? El anillo.
It's Detlef's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ok. ¿Para qué quieres usar la mano? ¿Cuál es el procedimiento del anillo? No puedes invocar la destreza. ¿Para qué quieres usar la mano?
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinares' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinares never managed to prove it worked.
He did
Okay.
prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests.
Interesante.
It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinares gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue.
Es como soñar fragmentos de la vida de
Picture
alguien.
it as
Movida,
dreaming
¿no?
a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Detlef was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Detlef's hideout.
Ok. ¿Cuál es, ¿Cuál es la procedencia del anillo, verdad?
Sounds
Ese
pretty
anillo es
intriguing.
curioso.
Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food.
Claro. Tiene
Precisely.
sentido.
And the reason why I in turn gave it to Detlef. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Ok. Prepara el extracto. ¿No puedes invocarlo?
Can't you just summon Detlef? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it.
Ok, será el último recurso.
Absolutely.
No sé qué será.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
Guay.
There is a being who can summon Detlef. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten
Bien.
lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be
Sí, pareces inteligente, vampirito. Prepara el extracto.
Covenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago.
Ok.
Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's
Prefiero no
eyes.
sacar los ojos. Bien.
Given that we
Normal.
lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
Dime. Cuidado con la mano, que se movía, Claro, un ojito con la maringo, Ojito con la maringo. Vienes de día. Ok. Que habla con los cuervos este. Es el misterioso, el vampirito.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl.
Ok.
I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect.
A ver, vuelan. Si yo volara podría
It will
hacerlo más
take them
rápido.
some time, nonetheless. So, perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Bebamos, no quiero beber nada. Mejor me echo una siesta. Bebamos, no veo por qué no.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Parece que no quisiste entenderme. No quiero hablar. Bueno. ¿Es una trampa? ¿Intentas conseguir que confiese algo?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Wanna get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures,
Pues sí.
must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
¿Sabes? Mejor que hablemos más tarde. Tal vez un momento. ¿Dónde has estado? ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Cómo es estar muerto? ¿Cómo llevas la abstinencia de no beber sangre? ¿Cómo es la regeneración? ¿Cómo es estar muerto? A ver.
Gotta ask you the big question. What everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly
Okay.
from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything?
Okay.
Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very
Ok.
unsettling.
Curioso. Está
I
bueno esto.
cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Interesante.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh. Experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to
Como le damos la
compare to
copiña,
anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life,
Realmente
we
peculiar.
find it entirely
Okay.
peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die.
Sí.
It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change
Sí.
much.
Como una charlita, ¿cómo es la regeneración?
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detloff recreating you out of a wet smear, something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
Oh,
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard.
ok.
We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help.
Movida, ¿no?
However, if
Los
one of
vampiros de
our
este
own
juego
strikes
está
the deadly
bueno.
blow, death
Para
is
esta saga
permanent.
en sí.
There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore.
Qué
never to
curioso,
fight
loco.
one another.
Está bueno. ¿Cómo lleva la abstinencia de no beber sangre? Claro, este no mata gente.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery.
Ok.
Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Se lo jodo,
Not to worry,
un poquitito.
Carol.
Ok.
Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Ok. ¿Dónde has estado? ¿Qué has estado haciendo? Buena pregunta. Tal vez algo que quieras preguntar en concreto, ¿sabes? Será mejor que hablemos más tarde. A ver, podemos, una de dos. O cortamos la conversación ahora después para continuar, o que nos haga una preguntita. Yo le voy a decir que me haga una preguntita. No veo que
Curious
este
what you
tenga
did
malas
after you
intenciones.
were reborn.
As I'm sure you
Parece.
can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detloff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower.
Ok.
Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. What of you? Where have you been? Ever find yourself?
¡Ojo! Te hace ¿Y si jugás el DLC antes del final?
Yeah. But we parted again soon after.
Ok.
And when the time was ripe, she came back.
Ah, ¿ves? Ok,
Defeated the
sí,
wild
supongo
hunt
que era...
together.
Si te lo pasas después del final, tiene
I
cierre.
certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now.
No, ya no necesitamos saber más de él, la verdad que ya lo sabemos todo. Tal vez algo que quieras preguntarme, algo concreto.
All
Pregunta.
right.
Te dice como 8
One
preguntas,
question.
pregúntame, pobrecito, me da
What
pena
do you
yo.
want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do
Okay.
my best to make it count.
A ver.
If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a witcher?
Sí. Preferiría ser otra persona, sí. Sería brujo. Por mí, sí.
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always.
Sí. Me gusta, la verdad.
I like being on the path. I like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast.
Me la pela esa como examen, evidentemente.
Not something I think about much, but I like being a witcher.
No, vale.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Ok.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment.
Una buena charlita, ¿eh? Estuvo bueno este momento con este personaje. Supongo que si el DLC te lo pasas antes de hacerle el final del juego base, contestará que la está buscando a Ciri, ¿no? Supongo. Está curioso eso. Curiosón puede estar.
Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Pues a lo mejor sí, no lo sé. Que yo sepa, no. Se agradece el cumplido.
Appreciate the compliment. Got something for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Okay.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For
Okay,
somehow
cofre,
this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught.
Okay.
It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the white survived entirely unmolested.
¿Sabes algo más de eso? ¿Qué es eso de una maldición?
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on,
Anecdote.
search your memory.
Rebusca tu memoria.
Important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or perhaps
A ver, con
greed,
la avaricia,
rapacity.
voracidad.
Someone was punished for something.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse in one place. That a
Okay.
coincidence?
Sí, la verdad que es raro.
Related.
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Bien. ¿Sabes algo más de esa criatura?
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures. And
Claro, no nos metamos con los cuervos, son
observation
listos los
skills.
cuervos, no nos
What
metamos con ellos.
exactly did they observe?
The area
Como
around
odia
this
Gerardo el
house
cuervo, ¿no? ¿Por qué?
covered in spoons.
Spoons.
Spare me the
Cucharas.
skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Movida, ¿no? Es hora de hacer una visita a la criatura.
Let's
Vamos
do
para allá.
this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do
Sí,
as well.
si no me quiere dar saliva la mato,
Now
¿no?
I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do
Pues
fine.
te sorprendería, vampirito, pero lo hice muchas veces, ¿eh?
See you later.
Yes.
Puedo hacer
and
objetivos sin
later,
matar, ¿eh?
I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to
Okay.
identify a suitable alternative.
Espero que no me trolee este muchacho, ¿eh?
And to you, my friend.
Aquí hay un cofre. Iba a decir, ¿por qué tengo un poco de toxicidad? Claro, estuve tomando ahí unas copiñas. Mira el cofre. Placa de oro, me la llevo. Saqueando tumbas. En fin, 600 metros, vamos para allá. ¿Y esta tumba? Genera diamante de animales, qué bonito. Con dos animalitos ahí. Me representa. Vámonos. Opcional, lee el bestiario para informarte sobre las criaturas moteadas. ¿Moteadas? No la conocemos este bicho, así que cuidado. ¿Qué será? Basilisco plateado no. Ojo, el basilisco plateado no peleamos al final con él, curioso. La Banshee. Esto es aceite para espectros. Criatura moteada. Uf, el Im, qué miedo, loco. Qué buena, esa misión es buenísima, en serio. Penitente, nunca peleamos con un penitente, creo. Bueno, si está acá es que peleamos, no me di cuenta. Necrófagos. ¿Maldito será a lo mejor? Ahora vemos. Criatura moteada. Criatura moteada es la tranquilidad. Nuestra mejor defensa con fragmentos donde están. Criatura moteada es un. Ok, arden fácil, le molesta el fuego, perfecto, easy. Ok, aceite para necrófagos, igni y hierden. Perfecto, no parece complicado. Aceite para necrófagos tengo. Esta vampiro mejorada. Acá, está acá, ¿no? Sí, aceite para necrófagos tenemos. No puedo hacer una mejor, por lo que veo, ¿no? Hace rato que no podemos hacer nada mejor de esto, ¿eh? Muy triste. Ah, mira, aceite para necrófagos mejorado. Te quejas, lo tenés. En fin, así es la vida. Quéjense. Misiones, alcohol. Nos vamos. Vamos, caballero. Pues ya está, nos metemos el aceite, tenemos igni y a la verga el bicho este en un segundo, ¿eh? No, sin problema. Lo rajamos, entero. Para allá, 400 metros. Llevamos un segundito, total tenemos prácticamente estamina infinita en el caballo. Lo que no hay es misiones de carreras, ¿no? Bueno, sí, tuvimos lo de caballero, ¿no? Únicamente, pero sí. Pero bueno, que quiero hacer la principal, pero ¿qué pasa acá? Pero señores, es todo increíble, me quiere hacer la principal y no me deja el juego, pero bueno.
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
Está más muerto que Martínez, hombre.
Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mira mi caballo.
Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
¿Qué
What
pasa ahora?
happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Ok. Todo esto me huele raro. Ayudando a un extraño, admirable. Todo esto me huele raro.
Stand and step away from him.
What? Me? But what is your grief?
Don't make me say it again. That's good advice.
Will you tell me what it is you seek?
Needed to see if you were lying. You'd be covered in blood if you dealt those wounds. Just got it on your hands, though, so all's in order.
Who might you be, precisely?
El gran brujo.
Oh. Do you expect some...
No, creo que lo mataste vos.
might have killed?
Intenta averiguarlo. Me da igual a Dios, me encanta el diálogo secundario. Me da igual a Dios, me voy.
Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. It's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he done it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate.
Ojo.
Got some work to do. So long.
Ojo, misión secundaria.
Wait, I will come with you.
Ay, la puta la parió. Bien, vamos. Debes estar mañana. Vamos.
So be it. But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing.
Recreación histórica. Sigue el rastro del hombre asesinado con tu sentido de brujo. Carajo, ¿no?
Strange armor. Wounds unusual too. What's going on here?
Bien.
Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Oh, esta misión. Recreación histórica. Vamos para allá. Dijimos que nos acompaña al final, así que ahora vamos a ver cómo continúa esto. Tiene buena pinta. Bien, acá.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate.
Ten cuidado, crack, ¿eh? Uy. Uy.
Damn it.
¿Qué carajo pasó acá, loco?
Servant, stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Qué buena pinta tiene esta misión, loco. Vamos a investigar de tranquis. ¿Llevo esto? Si no te molesta.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings.
Grabados élficos. Ok. Qué bueno, loco, esta misión, ¿no? De la nada, encontrándola en el medio del camino. A ver esto.
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion?
Este me sigue a todos lados, cuidado.
Gods.
Le dije que venga conmigo al final, pero cuidadito,
Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on
Sí,
high road.
es el mismo peto.
Breastplate
Sí,
was
sí.
identical.
Sí, sí. Be careful.
Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old
Y está
indented.
abollado.
Sword ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly.
Cuidado, tengo miedo, Gerardo, No sé dónde nos estamos metiendo.
Bowls for little sacrifices.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
No lo sé, crack. ¿Cómo me sigue, Bueno, se la banca, ¿no? Vino al final acá. Bien, ahí vemos sangre. Que, bueno, es que las misiones son infinitas en este juego, Me planteo ir a la principal y me encuentro en la secundaria. Me sirve. La verdad, no te voy a mentir. Bien, acá tenemos otro cuerpo más.
Burn marks. Something catch fire. Explode. Strong stench.
Bien, podemos hacia arriba, ok.
Multiple
Explosión.
wounds on the body. All puncture wounds. Hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human.
Pero el atuendo es élfico.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tosin.
Carajo. Bien. A ver.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee.
¿El Gastón? ¿Gastón? Ah, acá está. Qué susto. Pensé que se lo habían rajado ya. Bien, vamos.
Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed
Hay
it,
algo,
and ran on.
Hay algo acá, Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Quién está respirando
there's
acá?
no one inside after
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
¿Quiénes ellos? ¿Qué está pasando, loco? ¿Quiénes son ellos?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do
¿A
you
quién
mean?
te refieres? Esta misión con buena pinta
Those,
tiene.
I don't know what they were.
Espíritus, todo sucedió
Spirits.
tan rápido.
It all
Espíritus.
occurred of a sudden. we were staging a scene, the death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries.
Por eso llevan armaduras
saw
antiguas,
nothing.
¿no?
Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here, and it shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
Ok. ¿Quién eres?
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Sepharan, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin homage, but something like this, why, it's first.
Interesante.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
What now?
This thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No.
No, voy a estar yo para matarlo.
Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event.
Ok, necesitamos 3 personas. Pues bueno, traje a este, mira. Este me va a ayudar al final. Me va a servir de algo haberlo traído.
3 individuals.
Lo hacemos los 3, puedo contar con tu ayuda, mierda. Será mejor que no exponerlos a ningún peligro. Puedo contar con tu ayuda, me la
I
pela.
know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help. But I'll understand if you turn me down.
Vengan a ayudarme. Vamos que lo matamos.
No objections? Good.
Good.
Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely.
Ok, tenemos tiempo, no empezamos la relación también.
One last thing though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay.
Ok,
And I shall be
perfecto.
Through and through.
Dineritos. Dineritos. Mamita, es que quiero hacer la principal y terminar una misión espectacular secundaria, loco. Del principal de momento dice nada más habla con el vampiro. Unas horas después se viene,
I will
me sacaron los lentes, ¿no?
Sit in for King Ludovic upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Ok. Mascarita, máscara ceremonial.
The elfin king hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
Enciende todas las lámparas del jardín. Perfecto, vamos para allá. ¿Esto qué? Escudo élfico ancestral, me lo llevo. Algo más servir. ¿Dónde hay otra lámpara? Acá. Vamos para allá. El DLC de las lámparas, ¿no? Tuvimos una misión que había que aprender cositas. Acá hay algo, Pan élfico. Vino élfico. Me lo va a pedir para representar, ¿no? Probablemente que diga, pues ahora el escudo, ahora el pan, ahora el vino. Ok. Ok. Colocar pan. Coloca el vino. Equípate la espada y el escudo élfico. Objeto de misión será, ¿no? Por lo que veo. Ok. Objeto de misión, espada. Y objeto de misión, escudiño. ¿Dónde está? Acá, ¿esto de acá será? No. No, este es el ojo. Acá lo veo. Escudo élfico ancestral. Ahí va.
Symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
¿Verdad? A ver.
Erect in his pride, drew his blade, Ludovic then spake.
Muy bien.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Oh, cuidado.
Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Ay. Vos deja de tirarme magia. Ojo. Bueno, seguís tirándome lo que vos quieras. Me muero. Hija de puta que se muera, loco. Ay, que hay otro más. Me morí, normal, subnormal. Curate. Me cago a palos, El tema es que no le puedo... Claro, no le estaba traqueando y me queda uno de vida y me sacó un montón de vida, loco. Bueno, aparte no voy equipado... ¿El escudo me servía para algo? Vamos a probarlo, ¿no? Pues madre... Me muero otra vez. Está cagando a palo esta. Además no arde por el fuego. Dios. Me mata, me mata, me mata, me mata, me mata, me mata, me mata. Dios mío. ¿La señora? El tema es que no la puedo traquear bien, loco. Entre que me pega el lanzancito los que tengo enfrente. De huevos. Lo que puedo hacer es quemarlos de frente. El tema es que hasta que los queme me va a dar un hit sí o sí, Porque es rapidísimo el ataque ese de mierda que tiene. Además no la puedo quemar a ella por alguna razón. Supongo que puedo usar magia, ¿no? No. Ok. ¿Enemigo? ¿Qué carajo hago? ¿Te teletransporto? ¿Dónde está? No lo veo. Se fue. Carajo, me caga a palo ese enemigo,
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
Ok.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past.
Ok, empieza por el principio. A ver, crack.
Perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did
La que
so
me
but
cayó,
once,
en
for he
serio,
perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount
Tendría que haber usado el
in the
escudo,
year
quizás. El escudo hacía algo,
782.
quizás.
It's
Que no sé, no creo.
1482, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage.
Ok.
Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Confetti.
Treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
Los humanos no son mejores. Eso es lo que me halla. Los humanos no son mejores, crack.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated.
Sí.
Cut the elves down every last one.
Son la misma mierda los dos.
What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words, they're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this.
No son justas tu palabra. Va a ser justo lo que yo diga, Calvito. Va a ser justo lo que yo diga, Calvito. A mí no me toca los huevos. Ah, bueno. Pues me dieron bien dado, ¿no? Un poquitito. Vámonos. Vámonos, vámonos, vámonos. ¿Puedo meditar una horita? Claro que no quiero que se vayan los bufos porque se van a ir, ¿no? Sí. Bueno, no pasa nada. Vamos. Después tenemos que ir a buscar los bufitos. Ok, pues me reventaron, ¿eh? Bien, me pongo los lentes, me lo equipo, perfecto. Me vuelvo a equipar mi espada. Ojo, es mejor esta. Eficaz central, pero es Jesucristo, ¿no? Perforación de armadura, bonificación de daño por impacto, probabilidad de impacto crítico. Nivel 48, creo que era jodida, ¿no? La misión. Creo que sí, era nivel 48. Probablemente la misión más difícil de hasta ahora que tuvimos. Pero voy a seguir llevando esta, ¿por qué? Por las pasivas más que nada. Por más que sea 37 de daño menos. Bien, ¿algo más? Me debería equipar la ballesta. Irnos, vámonos. La que me cayó, ¿eh? La que me cayó un segundo. Vámonos. Vamos por acá. Me quería equipar esto también. Tuki. Y nos fuimos. Esto y esto. Cuidado, porque... Como metía... Es que más que nada el enemigo ese tipo...
Never a good omen.
Vargats, perfecto. Los Vargats no me tocan los huevos. Vámonos. Vení, macho, vení. Para. Vámonos. Cabaña de casa de los Transmara. Okay. Los Transmara, cuidado, ¿Se está correcto? Los Transmara, cuidado, ¿Se está correcto? Todo en orden para usted. Vamos para allá. ¿Qué más por acá, Oh, no sé, serán muchos. Bien.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Ok. Un mensaje tratándome de decirme algo. ¿Eh? Ok. Interesante. El cucharingas.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror.
Bien.
Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Echemos un vistacingo. Adentro nomás.
A pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Ok. Cuidado,
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Bien, podemos ver este lado.
Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table.
Cuidado, Diario manchado. Como el día sufriendo, nunca había nada.
Poor girl. Realized she was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant.
Bien, supongo.
Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at
Claro.
themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe?
Claro, sí. Obviamente. Un poco cagadits, cuidado.
No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
A ver, yo tenía una cuchara guardada, ¿no? Una cuchara especial había encontrado una vez. Llave cuchara.
Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector.
Nota de llave de la cuchara. Certificado de objeto para la subasta de antigua cuchara. Forjada en taller de joder, me parece. Ok. Pregúntale a la dueña del faisán por la cuchara misteriosa. Bien, podemos irnos o seguir investigando, ¿no? Por lo que veo. ¿Cuál sería la mejor forma de hacerlo? Es una misión de tesoro, la cuchara. Así que vamos a seguir igual con esta.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you.
Okay.
Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Skeletons. They came here willingly.
Sí.
This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense.
Ok. Bien, podemos examinar los cadáveres o podemos examinar esta cuchara.
Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic.
Llevo cucharas. Carta deteriorada. Quería más servicios, protegiendo la comunidad, tengo un cargo mensual, desaparecidos, dejar rastro, ok. Y los cadáveres hay que investigar.
Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out.
Alguien le dio de comer a la fuerza, porque mala suerte, ¿no, crack? A ver este, ¿qué le pasó?
Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy.
Y a ver este.
No claw or fang marks. Probably choked
Murió
to death.
asfixiado. Ok. Este lugar no me gusta, ¿eh? No me gusta nada, loco. Ok, por acá. La típica, ¿eh? El típico sótano. Sótano de la muerte. Atensao. Hola.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here.
Okay.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one.
Uy.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy.
Cuidado, ¿eh?
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old.
Mutágeno verde superior, pues me lo llevo.
Table set.
Esta creo aquí se prepara para un banquete, para comernos nosotros probablemente, o para darnos de comer y matarnos.
Apparently afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it.
Bien. Bien, tenemos que examinar esto.
Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. We just need some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Ahí. Bien, tenemos que escondernos ahí, pero Acá abajo, ¿qué habrá? Tengo curiosidad ahora.
White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Tengo curiosidad. Cucharas. Bueno, todo cucharas. Escucho algo, no sé, cuidado.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the
Las
last
cucharas me la marcan rojo, por eso más que nada las investigo, por las dudas.
Real collector. Thoroughbred.
Puedo bajar y seguir por acá, moviéndome. Me da cosa igual, ¿no?
Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
Hay algo cerca, Bien, a ver, por acá se puede ir. Oh, está cerrado, cerrado, ok. Bien, vamos para allá. Curioso, loco. Curioso, curiosón, vámonos. Nos escondemos acá. Bastante feo, hijo puta. Intentar romper la maldición. Vamos a intentar romper la maldición.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it.
Tranquilo, tranquilo, déjame comer, déjame comer. Tranquilo, tranquilo. Esto, bueno, no debe saber peor que las pociones que me como, ¿no? Supongo. No tiene buena pinta, la verdad. Pero me lo meto al fondo,
You tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now.
Te invito voluntariamente. Sí, 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 puede ser, Le hacemos, Tranquilo, tranquilo. Me da pena, loco. Tiene miedo, Pensá que te la puedes rajar, bien rajada,
Just need a bit for Regis.
Pero baje de criatura, perfecto, ya lo tenemos. Vamos a intercambiar las cucharas. Vamos a usar las cucharas para comer. Vamos a comer sin usar las cucharas. Las palabras exactas de la maldición. A ver, déjame escuchar, nada quiero cagar. Nadie se sentará en tu mesa para cenar contigo. Ninguna de tus cucharas te saciarán. Nunca jamás querrás contemplar tu reflejo en un espejo. Vamos a usar las cucharas para comer. Vamos a comer sin usar las cucharas. Repetímelo, por las dudas. Creo que es la... Nadie se sentará en tu mesa. Bien, ya estamos sentados. Comemos sin cucharas, ¿no? Vamos a comer sin usar las cucharas. No, no.
We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons.
Espero que funcione, me da pena, loco. No quiero rajármelo. A ver. Así. Sopita. Sopita, sopita. Pues me hizo un poquito mal, ¿no? Normal, no tiene buena pinta esto.
You need to see your likeness.
Pues a ver si me hizo mal, ¿no? Buah, me dio toxicidad como loco, ¿no? Sí, tenemos media toxicidad. Opcional sigue el error de brebaje.
Not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
No, espero que haya funcionado, loco. No sé cuál era, sino la opción. Quizás intercambiar cucharas también podría ser la opción. Pero... me ataques ahora, hijo de la gran puta, no es que estoy ocupado. ¿Ven? ¿Seguimos? A ver si lo hicimos bien, loco. Acá. A ver, mucho bien.
Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
Creo que lo hicimos bien. Sí, sí. Bien, 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 bien. Qué bueno, loco.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Qué bueno, loco. Hicimos bien, ¿eh? Eso que nos da ahí por tiempo para resolverlo. En plan, matala o tratar de romper la maldición. Pues estuvo bueno, loco. Ojo, me la llevo la vieja a mi casa. Pero cuidado. ¿Gerardo? ¿Cómo?
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here.
Qué bueno.
Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually
Okay.
take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
A maldición. Tengo prisa, hablemos más tarde. No, estaba maldita. Vamos a hablar ahora
Told me
porque...
her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've
Okay.
heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune.
Pues le dio una
down
gran
upon
desgracia
oneself.
entonces, al parecer, pobre.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that
Okay.
would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was
Bueno,
hardly simple.
se me dio bastante bien. Prefiero no entrar en detalles, sí. Tuve que darle muchas vueltas para hallar la solución. Déjame contarte la historia. No veo por qué no. Vamos a hablar con nuestro mayordomo Alfred.
Play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a white, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required.
Sí, bueno, me tuve que tomar eso, mamita.
Comes a life that comes from nothing. Besides, when you're white, it's getting hard to find really
Perfecto. Adiós. Qué bueno, loco, ¿no? Que se recupere, ¿no? Después hablamos con ella. No sé, va a estar acá recuperándose. Curioso, ¿no? Vamos a vivir una hora antes de hablar con el... Voy a informarle a Regis. Vivimos una hora si recuperamos los bufos y también nuestras pociones. Pues la hicimos muy bien entonces al final, ¿eh? Sí, ¿no? Sigue comiendo acá. Más. Vuelve para informar a Regis. Espectacular, muy buena, muy buena, muy buena, muy buena. Muy buena, muy buena, muy buena, muy buena, muy buena. Se puede viajar rápido, ¿no? Creo que igual del Regis se puede viajar rápido. Puede ser, ¿no? Regis Crack. Así tiene viajar rápido. Vamos por allá. Pues bastante bien, Bastante bien, señores. ¿Pasó algo, Regis? ¿Cómo ha traído esto? Tira. ¿Dónde estás? Ah, acá arriba. Acá arriba está, ¿se escucha todo correcto? Oh, el audio. Pero que no haya fallado hace tiempingo, ¿eh? La verdad me tocaría de los huevardos, ¿eh? No te voy a mentir, ¿eh? A ver si escuché todo correcto. No te voy a mentir, ¿eh? A ver si escuché todo correcto. Parece que sí. Espero que no se haya arruinado justo en esa zona que estaba buena, ¿eh?
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
Okay.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Los juegos son creativos muy serviciales. ¿Me estás espiando?
Send your spies after me?
My watchers. Were something to go wrong, I could then arrive quickly to help.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief,
sí, pues resulta muy peligroso, lo entiendo.
Rapidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
¿Peligroso? ¿Para quién?
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True. But I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled.
Okay, sí,
if you've
supongo
ever
que
seen
la
an
furia
enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be
sí, bueno, los que me crucé están muertos, también te digo, crack.
I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly.
A ver, dale. Dame los detalles ahora, no me los des pronto, dámelos ya. ¿Cómo empiezas a inducir de ese estado?
So what do you want to do?
We shall visit Teshamudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Cuéntame más sobre este lugar.
Teshamudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kaugmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in
Mierda.
one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So
Sí,
what?
razonable.
I could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesham-Mutna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel.
Okay.
Kagmar was
Interesante.
captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
Vamos
See
ahora.
no reason to dawdle. Tesham-Mutna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
Dime.
What was
Lo maté.
that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no
Okay.
choice.
El cuervito, a tu casa, ¿no?
As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesham-Mutna. My head's
Si
spinning.
empiezas a tener un olor muy apetitoso, pues no vas a poder hacerme mucho, ¿eh? También te digo,
You're
crack,
starting
¿eh?
to scare me.
Sí. Sí, estoy por rajármelo. Lo mato, ¿eh? Le reviento la cabeza ahora mismo, ¿eh? No se lo espera. Poco después, Tesham-Mutna. Perfecto. Poco después, Ojo, un cofre ahí, ¿eh? Bien, tengo que atraer unos bicharracos y matarlo alrededor de él. Ok, perfecto, esto easy, ¿no? Ojo, nos teletransportamos, qué rápido que vas, vampirito, para que yo vaya caminando, trotando y...
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies under.
Está bajo tierra, ok. Vamos. ¿Estás seguro de esto?
Sure you know what you're doing.
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
Tranquilo, no me vas a lastimar, ya te lo digo yo. Tranquilo.
You lead.
Acá hay un muerto ya, no te lo comas este. Mamita la que le cayó, ¿no?
Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger.
Ah, no pasa nada, vampirito, yo me encargo, hice cosas peores.
Beyond this wall lies
An ancient vampire
Beyond.
dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new.
Perfecto. Sí, sí, me estás mostrando algo nuevo, increíble. Un ser que viajó entre mundos, ¿no? Literal. Ese soy yo. El famoso brujo Gerardo. Pa' adentro.
How the hell?
Sigue a Regis.
Ancient protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, vampire hideout, fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world to this one opened upon this night.
Ojo, pantalones. Campeón de Chante Mountain. Ojo, me llevo una. Está buena,
Family and care. This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent reading them. Only suspect it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes,
Bueno, hay gente muerta en el aire.
a great many beings have breathed their last here.
Muy bien.
Glyphs
Tranquilo, he
are
estado en
carved
lugares
into the rock.
peores.
Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
Their emblems, symbols of, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestor.
Para recordar a todos donde procedemos.
Mindless all where we came from.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garishana, my tribe, and Deadlove's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Ok, movida. Curioso, curiosísimo los vampiros de este universo.
Your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed. Though I personally did not lay a hand.
¿Cómo me llevo todo eso, eh?
Cells? Who for?
Disgraceful. Excruciating. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
Ok. Saqueando tumbas, en fin, a eso me dedico.
What's this
Un
symbol?
poquito de miedo, ¿no? Este lugar.
The symbol of the dead. Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Las montañas azules. Ok.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garishana, my tribe, and Deadlove's.
Sí, tú ya no me lo dijiste.
Both remain in this part of the world.
Vamos. Bien, te vamos a encerrar ahí, ¿no, crack?
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were
Ok, ya una cosa que se debía mejor la cama si lo atormentaban con el olor de sangre que no podía.
tormented with the
Okay.
scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let.
Mierda.
Agma ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd
Vampiros,
like
no
to be able to
entenderías.
turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is
Ok,
all
te
I can
creo.
do.
La verdad, este es buena
Don't take
gente.
it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most
Okay.
effectively then.
Perfecto, dale.
Place
Vamos para
the
allá.
bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch and scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels
Cebito.
got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
¿Tú qué? ¿Lo rompa, querés? Bien, 2 de 4. Otro más acá.
3 done.
Tres.
1 left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so.
Debe funcionar.
Wager carries clear to no.
Ahí va. Y 4, perfecto. Avísale cuando esté listo para luchar. Pues estoy listo ahora mismo, la verdad.
This'll hold. Doesn't look like anything special.
I told you, Kagmar thrashed about inside it for over 2 centuries.
Las apariencias engañan. Bueno, esperemos que se haya mantenido duro esto. ¿Es todo correcto? Bueno, esperemos que se haya mantenido duro esto. Todo en orden, parece ser. Vamos para allá. Vamos,
Bait
crack.
set. What now?
Te toca.
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do.
Bien. Ok, Regis, te entiendo. El Regis es buena gente, creo. Puedo confiar en él.
We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent. Also, my head started spinning.
Tranquilo, 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 tranquilo,
That the
tranquilo.
blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Se viene.
safe word.
Sed de
Something
sangre.
you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once
Oh.
I uttered it?
Don't know.
No sé. A lo mejor yo voy a ser el que va a necesitar una palabra base.
Please,
Ese va a explotar, cuidado.
you won't be.
Mierda.
We just have smelled the blood.
Qué buena esta parte, loco.
Come on, come closer.
¡Ojo! ¿Y este quién es? Cuidado, cuidado, cuidado.
Hanging in there.
El Feder este, cuidado.
Good, because I can hear more coming.
Que vengan más, que vengan, que vengan. No para todos, creo. Más o menos. ¿Flota? ¿Tuki? Bien.
Hold on, I'll let you out.
Tranquilo. Buenas garringas,
Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother me.
Buena, harta esa parte, loco. Muy buena.
Get you out of
Ahora
here.
después.
The concoction.
Era un vampiro, ¿no? En el medio de todo el combate, ¿no? O sea, lo que vimos ahí, que después se fue corriendo, era un vampiro que andaba por ahí dando vueltas. Me cae todo. Y dije, carajo. Hay un vampiro supremo dando vueltas.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you.
Tell me how. Muy buena esta misión. Muy buena.
Any
Orden.
better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
¿Qué sucedió ahí antes? Cuéntame.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me,
We need not discuss it.
but we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture,
What would you have done?
found Deadloff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would, in a heartbeat.
Ok. Terminé de preparar el
Resonance.
extracto.
It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise.
Soy un
This is
experto en
important,
esto,
Carol.
crack.
The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Begin. Let's begin. Muy bien. A ver, flashback.
Excuse me. Actually, only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've
No.
everything.
Sir,
Council.
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
Me esconde la mano, Mamits. Ok. Bien.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef?
Ok, le dejaron una nota. Quizás alguien que sabía que era un vampiro le dejó una nota. Puede ser.
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
¿O le habrán dicho en la nota que lo haga mierda o algo a este? Sí.
What?
Le habrán dicho en la nota que lo mate, ¿no? ¿Pero quién? ¿Por qué? Ok, hizo eso. Se desmembró, le puso el oro. Se corta la mano. ¿Pero por qué? I don't understand. But why? Ilumíname, vampirito.
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Bueno, hace falta más para que pase mejor vida.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Detlef had made friends with him. Still killed him.
Así no mató, descuartizó su cadáver correcto. Y le puso en los ojos moneda directamente.
Remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Y la carta que le dieron en la mesa.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything
La
else?
carta. La misión empezó y terminó con el limpiabotas. Presencié un momento que se conocieron Tesla y
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
Sí. La visión empezó y terminó con el limpiabotas,
There
correcto.
was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Correcto.
Stand was somewhere in the port district. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
El niño.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture
Ok.
out.
That's fair.
Perfecto.
Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Muy bien, tenemos que ir a hablar con el limpiabotas. Perfecto, 1000 de experiencia, normal. Normalungo. Vámonos. Encuentra el limpiabotas de la visión. Perfecto. Vamos a viajar rápido. ¿Nos dieron alguna misión más? No, ¿no? ¿Tendremos continuación con la que nos llevamos a la casa, la vieja? A lo mejor sí, ¿eh? Bien, tenemos que encontrar limpiabotas. Perfecto. Ojo, ya casi llego a nivel 50. Creo que es el máximo. Bien, podemos ir desde acá mismo. Y me voy a ir a hacer un café ahora bien.